Hello, my name's Annie.
And my name's Callie.
Welcome to the April edition of the Rutherford Report, where you start off with news on the recent Creative Arts Business Breakfast. On Wednesday the 20th of April, students were able to attend a breakfast meeting on different parts of the creative arts industry. Professionals in dance, music, drama and design came in to talk to students about their careers and future opportunities.
We set up the meeting to help all of our students to really get engaged with the local businesses, and it might be subjects today like art or dance or music or drama. We're getting our students to talk to them about how they have pursued that path in their chosen career.
And he spoke to me about dance is not as good financially, but it can lead you to a lot of success, something to look forward to.
Year 9 took part in a STEM day on Tuesday the 19th of April. They really enjoyed the day and the guest presenter was really impressed by their enthusiasm, teamwork and design ideas.
We celebrated Sports Relief on Friday the 18th of March by dressing up in sportswear. Students are also offered the chance to run a mile during lunchtime. The school managed to raise over £200 for the charity, and we'd like to thank those who donated. David Dean, football entrepreneur and businessman who was vice chairman of the Arsenal Board and Football Association, came in on the 27th of April to speak to the Year 12s about his career. Anushka caught up with him.
I'm here with David Dean, who is a football entrepreneur and businessman.
My name is David Dean. I was the former vice chairman of Arsenal Football Club and the Football Association, and I spent virtually the last 30 years involved with Arsenal, with the FA, with UEFA and FIFA. And now I spend my time going around schools, businesses, colleges, academies and even prisons giving talks, which I hope people find motivational and indeed inspirational. Wow, the Arsenal ladies team were fantastic. They were and still are enormously successful. And in fact, in my talk, I talk a lot about ladies football because it's coming up so much now. Year on year, it's getting more and more improving. It's improving dramatically yearly, and it's being on television now. I think you've always got to follow your instinct and your belief, and I always say the same thing. You need three qualities to be successful, and that is you have to work hard, you have to have vision, and you have to have courage.
Have you got an exam coming up in the next few months? Well, if you do, you may find it useful to hear some of these brilliant revision tips that you could use for preparation. Here's the fantastic video that Callum made earlier.
Of Mice and Men, written in 1937, tells the story of loneliness, hopes and dreams. If you're in Year 11 and you didn't know this already, you probably need to be more effective in your revision. With exams coming up, revision is such an important thing to do to prepare. Here are just some ways you could revise. Firstly, you should already know your exam dates, and to better organise your time, create a revision timetable, but be sure to include breaks. Find out what learning style you have, whether it be visual, auditory or kinesthetic. That way you can match your revision to the best way you learn. Create visual mind maps and annotated posters, a fun and creative way to memorise your subject. Ask your teachers for past papers and questions. Remember, the more practice you do at home, the better. Record yourself on your phone retelling some of the subject content. For some, the best way to revise is to create podcasts. Whatever way you choose to revise, just make sure you do it regularly and consistently. Exam results can change your life, and revision is the best way to make sure you can make it a success. Happy revising.
Congratulations to the students and staff who participated in Rock Challenge. They achieved excellent result and we are all looking forward to their performance at the annual dance display.
Next, we have Anushka, who reports from Art Club.
I'm here at Art Club to find out what they get up to. Let's go.
For me, it's the opportunity to give students a place that they can create and actually experiment with things that we aren't able to offer in lesson time. The students get up to a variety of things. We actually spend a lot of time either working on individual projects, so they have an option of being able to take it up, bring in things that they really want to experiment with.
It's more freedom than like we would in normal art lessons. So instead of just doing like a set task, you can do like your individual creations.
I like painting because we don't get to do painting much in lessons.
Me personally, like I said, I get a lot of ideas from the students. It's a really reflective and creative and collaborative time, and I think that's it's nice for me to be able to visually let them get those out. So.
If you're interested in Art Club, it's in B22 on Monday. That's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
We now catch up on sports news with Ethan.
Thanks guys. This month's sports news is the Year 9 football match against Sandy, which they won 4-2. They also went up against Red Bull and drew 1-1. Year 10 district football also went up against Sandy and lost 3-1. Year 7 district football this season is a match against Newnham, which they lost 11-1. And they went up against Thomas More and won 5-3. They also went up against Bidnam and won 8-6. Despite starting off the match at a 3-0 losing point, they picked up their attitude after 6 goals from Niall Quigley. Tia Wilson came fourth in the English Schools Cross-Country Championships, qualifying to race for England in the home country's International Schools Cross Country. In this race, she came in outstanding 3rd place. Remember, if you want to join any of the clubs and many more, speak to a sports teacher or look at the club board. Daisy will be here with the details in a minute.
Now we have a short update from Daisy with club news.
Here are just some of the extracurriculum clubs you can attend. GCSE computing catch-up every Wednesday and Thursday after school. Jazz Band meets every Thursday during tutor time in B6. Fit Club meets every Friday after school 3 till 4 in activities. The new Cheerleading Club meet every Monday after school from 3:15 till 4:15 in activities. The new Year 10 Robotics Club is on Tuesdays after school in 037. And finally, Coding Club every Wednesday after school, 2:55 till 3:55 in 111. Thank you.
Thank you, Daisy. That's it from us in the studio. We'll see you next month for our May update.
Goodbye.